Okay, we'll start with, what does family, specifically this family, mean to you?
Family means, I read a book recently and it's called The Butterfly Effect. And everything you've learned through the years makes a matter. And you spread it on. And this family is one of my anchors. That's what it means to me. It's just, the lessons I've learned, I've tried to pass on. And hopefully it's made a difference in other people's lives. So.
This family is really special to me because it's all about love and being together in community, and there's always someone there for you, and I just have the best memories with all my family. Even if we're all not blood related, it feels like we are all blood, even though it's like a big connected family.
Last night I saw her laugh the hardest I've seen her laugh in 3 or 4 years. And he was making fun of me. But she woke up a year ago with that, okay, I got a pulse, I got a purpose. That's when the shirts were made, ordered, and this day was set aside. And no matter your age, and you're all gonna age, remember that. If you got a pulse, you got a purpose. I said, my name is Daggett. I understand you ran out of gas. She said, my name is Karen Grierson. I'm not dumb enough to leave Lake Park for Minneapolis and run out of gas in 22 miles. I said, okay, lady. I said, whatever it is, let's go find out. The Lord has given me the, we all wish we would have said something afterwards. And I do that like anybody else. But I also, sometimes it comes to me right away. So a week later, I called her for a date. And you might have noticed, but they were offering me a stool, but I thought, no, I'll just drop on a knee. Because I never did propose. Well, she said, if you ever asked me to marry you, you'd run the other way so fast I'd never see you again. No, I said, I decided you're going to marry me. I'm just trying to figure out when we can do it. And she said, is that a proposal? I said, that's as good as it's going to get. There was much sharing and adjusting to do. We squeezed a new family of 7 into a home with a new mom and dad, a new family. It was easy for Karen and I because we were loved. The 7 children were the ones that had to make the real adjustments. And they did, with little complaining. I went to work. Karen was the one doing the guiding and the refereeing at home. I cannot think of a more level-headed referee who settled problems with common sense and love for all than Karen, who was on duty all these years. Karen and I are so grateful for the way the 7 accepted each other and adjusted their lives to help make the new family work. So, thank you to Polly, Chris, Charlie, Shyla, Steve, Amelia, and Shauna for helping make the new family become what it has become.
stability. There's a lot of and like a welcoming spirit. I think having the friends and new family members and people married in over the time, you just get a sense of kindness and generosity that I haven't seen a whole lot, but I think it has bled into who I am as a person, and yeah, I think it's a lot of that. It's just a lot of stability and kindness and generosity.
What's a favorite memory you have?
Oh man, there used to be this like floating raft in my grandparents, like their lake, where their lake was behind their house, and me and my brother and all our cousins would take life jackets and we would wear them like diapers and jump around and play games, and it's probably one of the most fond memories I have. That's so strange, but yeah, probably that one I can think of.
That's awesome.
Well, this family shows me a great sense of commitment to some unity with a big group of people, and it means a lot because I looked up to every one of them. I used to play hard with them, and the twins would, we'd ride, they would throw us around. And it was always great fun going over there.
Here, you go first.
Family means always having somebody by your side, always having somebody who loves you and cares, and always being able to, whether you're independent or dependent, you can always depend on a family member.
So I'm an outsider coming in, I'm an in-law, and so coming into this family, I think arriving here, and it's like what you're seeing today, there's so many people, but you never feel like you're the stranger. So my favorite memory probably is coming in, crying from the outside. Either side of this family just welcomed you in like you'd been there the whole time.
My mom and my dad and Karen's dad were good friends. And of course that's on a Sunday afternoon as we were growing up, our families, we'd go off to their farm or they'd come to our place and get together. So I'd known Karen for a long time. And it was just a natural when all of a sudden she's at my house going, well, this is gonna work. So anyway, it's been a long history and it's worked out really well, and I'm glad I could be here to be part of this today. And it was fun to see all of you, and I wish I knew all the ones that were the Nelsons and the, I know the Daggett, but anyway, this is a good day.
Delta and I have been friends since high school, and I have nothing but respect for both Delta and Karen, and my wife and I, wife Jean, are very proud to be considered part of this family, and I believe we are. God bless.
I used to look like my dad, my grandma, but anyway. So Delta's a person who likes to go on a mission. When he's got it in his mind, it's good. He attempts it. He does quite a few attempts. So I was going to go to this, and obviously my mom was the mission. But let's start off with, we're going to go from A to Z, and we're going to end up on the top of a mountain in Montana. Not at the location we're supposed to be at. We get stuck on the top of the mountain. We go to Florida, and I'm in the front seat of an RV, scared out of my mind because Delta goes, we're going to take the shortcut through a ditch with a whole bunch of us in an RV. Well, we spent a few nights in Tennessee because it got hung up, and we go down the road, and those in the back go, it's smoking back here. So all the smoke comes through. And then I'm down in Florida helping them move. Well, you get to learn a lot about your parents as they get older. And when he's set in his ways, he's set in his ways. Next thing I know, all these coins come out that he saved from Vernon. Now they have made it from Vernon's house to their lake house to Florida. And he's like, we're sorting these. I'm looking at him like, you got 5 days to move out of here. He goes, nope, they're not coming back to Minnesota. Bill calls me up and says, guess what came back to Minnesota? All the coins I sat there and sorted.
I'm a nephew of Karen and Delta. So me, along with my 3 siblings, we would often get the privilege of staying at the Daggett household for sometimes a week or a couple days. And let me tell you, it was just such a privilege to be able to be part of the Daggett, or to get a snapshot of the Daggett household. Delta took me to my first and only North Stars game, along with many cousins and siblings. My first and only Vikings game. Skiing at Duluth, Spirit Mountain. Just a blast to be with them. Whenever we'd get into trouble at home, my mom would say, if you don't shape up, I'm going to send you to Aunt Karen's. She knew how to rear children, get them to do what's right. But let me tell you, that wasn't a very big deterrent.
For example, she made me eat cheese on my hamburger. I was like, I don't want to do it. She goes, just do it. So I love cheeseburgers now. So grateful that I've had such wonderful guidance with the Lord, and the blessings of the Spirit that we're so lucky to have been born into. Some people don't have that, and we're all so truly blessed.
This might not go over well, but I'm Kale. I'm one of Shiloh's sons and Karen and Delta's grandsons. I feel like I have to set this record straight on something. I've gotten a unique opportunity to have lived with them for a couple of years, and then anybody who knows, every summer since Corey and I were, well, at least I was about a year old, have spent every summer for almost 18 years. We got out of school, went straight to Grandma and Grandpa's 2 weeks before school shopping, and then straight back. And so every year, and we're taking a drive from Frazee to Minneapolis so I can take a flight, and it's, I don't know, 4:35 in the morning, and we're coming around New York Mills, and some snow starts to fall, and I was pretty much asleep at this point in the front seat, and we're coming around this bend, and I'm half asleep, and I kind of just start to feel the car move a little bit left and right. And I kind of start to wake up, and all I hear Grandpa say is, "Oh." And I lean forward a little bit, and Highway 10 is this way, and I'm in the passenger seat, and I go, I'm gonna just stay right here. Back and forth, and hear another "oh," and I'm just like, maybe I should just go back to sleep. Now Highway 10's this side. We end up in a ditch just outside of New York Mills, and I was shocked that the only thing we got was this one sign. And Grandpa backed up, saw the sign, moved it out of the street, and we waited there for a little bit. And I think and he looked over at me and he said, "Thanks for not screaming." And I couldn't really tell if it was because I was half asleep or I just trusted that it was going to be okay. And I think that's a big ode to, I think, always with Grandma and Grandpa, that I've always known that it would always be okay with anything I was going through, whether that was when I was living with them or it was just in the summer or anything like that. A lot of trust was built over that time, and I'm grateful for that for them, and I think that it continues even today. But I appreciate you guys so much, and grateful for you.
Well, I want to say thanks for Delta meeting up with my oldest sister, because it turned out for me to be a heck of a good deal. He's been one of the best friends he could ever have, and taking care of my sister and all the kids and stuff that came along. Also want to thank him very much. He was the start of my career. You know, does that truck run pretty good? I said, yeah, it does a great job. He says, We've got a job that we have a hard time finding drivers to do. It's hauling chicken guts from Cold Springs, Minnesota to Tuffy's Dog Food in Pearl. They own the trailer. All you need is a truck. I said, oh, whatever. I went out. I had a chauffeur's license at that time. Went out and got insurance and stuff, and I got my start in my career in trucking. And from there on out, that was like 48 years ago. And so did real well with that, and I'm so happy to be blessed to have them in their family and meet all the Daggetts. They've been fun. We knew the Andersons very well, but the Daggetts I hadn't met quite yet. By golly, I got to meet them all, and they're wonderful, wonderful people. I've been blessed just to know you guys.
This is a very beautiful church. I grew up here, baptized, confirmed, graduated, married, divorced, all happened here. I remarried in International Falls just to be safe, but I use the same address. And Delta calls him, he said, do you give a money back guarantee on your weddings? He said, no, obviously. If you haven't had a chance to view that, it's the Swedish Lutheran Church. I was 5 years old when all these little farmers around here, there weren't wealthy farmers here. They were good farmers, but they weren't wealthy like the valley farmers. But they put in a pipe organ up there to knock your socks off. And I remember I was only 5 years old when they went in, but I remember them sitting around trying to raise money for that. But this is a very special place for me. I wanted everybody to know where I came from, what I came from, and if you were here for my sister's funeral a couple days ago, it's all about family, it's all about where you came from, all about what's in your heart. Medicine has made me not very good sometimes, and I apologize for anything I've done that hurt somebody, but it is the way it is. But if you get a chance to go upstairs, take a look at the beauty up there. And the cemetery, I never went out with anybody from Lake Park because I knew I was related to them. If they moved in, okay, which is what the Garrisons did, but otherwise, if you look at that cemetery, I think I'm related to everyone.
Family is, it's community. It's, you know, it's trust. It's always being willing to be there to help each other whenever anyone needs it. That's, I feel like that shared trust, that shared understanding, that shared interest in each other's well-being, that's what underpins family.
You know, the most important part and the biggest blessing about being alive and human life itself is good relationships. So whether it's by blood or by spilling blood, you know, having good relationships with good people is very important, and I'm just happy to be part of a family that has a lot of good relationships.